Hello students, today I continue teaching circulatory system for standard 10. This is video number 2 for this chapter. Here it is, circulatory system for class 10, and this is video number 2. Today I am going to continue teaching on red blood cells, where the functioning of red blood cells is being explained. Functions of red blood cells or RBC. This function is performed by mainly hemoglobin, the iron pigment hemoglobin that I told you in the last video. Hemoglobin contains the iron pigment, hemin, and a protein called globin. This hemoglobin has got a great affinity with oxygen gas, oxygen. So therefore, hemoglobin mainly responsible for oxygen carriage. O2 carriage. Hemoglobin combined readily, very quickly. It has got a great affinity to O2, oxygen, with oxygen, forming an unstable compound, oxyhemoglobin, which once again breaks up if they get a greater diffusion pressure of oxygen. And when it combines with oxygen, it forms HbO2, oxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin becomes oxyhemoglobin in lungs. Here is the reversible sign given only for that reason. When it goes again back to the tissues, oxyhemoglobin once again breaks up into hemoglobin and oxygen, giving oxygen to the tissues. Because in the tissue area, at that moment when they reach, oxygen concentration is very low, so diffusion pressure is high, and oxygen is going into the cells. And when it comes in the lungs, at that time oxygen concentration is very high, hemoglobin combines to form oxyhemoglobin. That's why reversible. In lungs it forms oxyhemoglobin. When it goes to the tissues, oxyhemoglobin breaks up into hemoglobin and oxygen. Oxygen goes to the cells and they utilize it. Second transport is carbon dioxide transport. Carbon dioxide is actually mainly transported by plasma of the blood. Here it is written, mainly carbon dioxide is transported by plasma in the form of bicarbonate salts. Bicarbonate salts. However, little bit of carbon dioxide, trace amount of carbon dioxide is also transported by hemoglobin. CO2 transport, traces of carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin in the form of unstable carbaminohemoglobin. This is also unstable. It has to be unstable carbaminohemoglobin, and the reaction is similar to like this: hemoglobin to carbaminohemoglobin and carbaminohemoglobin back to hemoglobin and carbon dioxide, and vice versa. So reaction is not mentioned here. So these traces of CO2 they also carry. It is carbon dioxide, but in case in the atmosphere carbon monoxide presence is high, then there will be a poisonous effect. It is mentioned carbon monoxide. It is called carbon monoxide poisoning, CO poisoning or carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide has a great affinity with hemoglobin. They form a stable compound, a permanent compound. Stable compound means they do not break, even they are getting a diffusion pressure of the gases, so they do not break. Stable compound with hemoglobin called carboxyhemoglobin. Carboxyhemoglobin is a stable compound, do not break. This locks the hemoglobin from the system. When a stable compound is formed, then hemoglobin is get locked with carbon monoxide. And if it is locked, then it will not able to carry further oxygen gas. So what will happen? Due to this locking of hemoglobin, they reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. And if the condition persists, the atmosphere containing carbon monoxide persists for quite long time, then it may finally result in death of the patient if the condition persists. So this is called carbon monoxide poisoning. After this is the functioning of hemoglobin in the name of function of RBC. RBC count is also very important. Some abnormal condition of RBC count also has to be noted down. Special condition on RBC count. Polycythemia. Polycythemia means high concentration of RBC. An abnormal increase in RBC count is called polycythemia. This occurs when oxygen availability of a particular atmosphere or area is very less. Then number of RBC increases to meet up the loss. It occurs when the air contains less oxygen. One example is it can happen high altitude. High altitude air becomes lighter, and when air becomes lighter, oxygen content also becomes less. And when that happens for quite some time and long time, then polycythemia occurs. It is called high RBC count. The opposite case is also found, that is called erythropenia. Erythropenia. Erythropenia is abnormal decrease in RBC count is called erythropenia. This sometimes happens due to certain kinds of anemia, when blood loss takes place, when this number of count of RBCs come down. This in certain anemia, this condition occurs. So these are the particulars about the RBC. Next we go on to the structure, occurrence and details of WBC. So we continue with that. Before that we have to rub the board. Number 2, WBC or leukocytes. WBC or leukocytes. Size bigger than RBCs, quite bigger. Shape variable, and we usually call the shape of WBC as amoeboid. Why amoeboid? Since WBCs make pseudopodia continuously, to move about. And because of this, the pseudopodia making, which is a characteristics of the organism called amoeba, we call it amoeboid shape. So since the shape is changing due to pseudopodia, so we are writing it is variable shape. So, but except lymphocytes. Remember, lymphocyte is a type of WBC whose function is totally different from other WBCs. So they do not make pseudopodia, and hence their shape is almost rounded. That we will discuss later. Origin and lifespan. Originated from red bone marrow as usual. Originated from red bone marrow. also in lymph nodes, and in embryonic stage. What does this mean? Embryonic stage means when the human body is in the form of an embryo in the mother's womb. At that time it is called embryonic stage. It is also formed in the liver and spleen. But that is very special only for the embryo, human embryo, when it is in the mother's womb at that time. Other time it is red bone marrow. This is origin and lifespan. Lifespan is short, almost about 2 weeks. And in case of neutrophil, one of the maximum number of WBC, neutrophil lives for about few hours, not even few days, few hours. WBC count, normal WBC count in case of human body, human adult, is much less compared to RBC. WBC count approximately 4,000 to 8,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. This is the approximate count of WBCs. So this is the count. Shape, structure, shape, color. It is colorless. Structure contains lobulated nucleus. The WBCs are such that they contain nucleus. Not only that, they are lobulated. In different types of WBC can be recognized by the number of lobes present in one WBC. We can recognize them. What kind of WBC is that? Contains lobulated nucleus. So this is the general structure of WBCs. Next we go on to the types of WBCs. Types of WBCs are depending upon the presence of types of WBC depending upon on the basis of presence or absence of granules in the cytoplasm. There are two types. Number 1, granulocytes. Where cytoplasm contains granules. There are 3 of them. Number 1, three types. Number 1, Roman 1 this type, eosinophil, or it is also called acidophils. They are called eosinophil or acidophil because these particular WBCs are colored with acidic dyes. Actually, these have been studied under microscope after the preparation of microscopic slides. And to prepare the slide, if you want to see these eosinophils, you have to use acid dyes. Hence the name acidophils or eosinophil. Eosinophil coming from the word eosin. Eosin, E-O-S-I-N. Due to that is an acidic dye. So acidic dye are called eosinophils. Eosinophils recognized by two-lobed nucleus. Percentage of count about 2 to 3% count. Number 2, basophils. Basophils because base means acid, opposite to acid. They are basic dyes they are colored with. Basophil, hence their name is. Basophils recognized by indistinctly lobulated nucleus, indistinctly lobulated nucleus, usually 3 lobes. Percentage count 0.4 to 0.5%, very less. And number 3 is neutrophils. Because neutrophil name because they are colored by neutral dyes. That's why neutrophils. Recognized by three to 4-lobed nucleus. Percentage count maximum 60 to 70% of WBC is the maximum. Neutrophils are maximum number of WBC that is found. 60 to 70% of total WBC count. This is about granulocytes. In next video, we will continue our discussion with the agranulocytes and details of the functions of granulocyte and agranulocytes.